Hello, I'm Cliff Ely. I'm an attorney in Colorado who's been representing injured workers for over 25 years. Today I'd like to talk about how to find a good workers' compensation attorney to represent you in your claim. First of all, if your case is in Colorado, you need a Colorado attorney, even if you're now living in another state. The laws are different in every state, so an attorney in Illinois or California probably won't know a lot about Colorado workers' compensation law, and also they probably won't be licensed to practice law in Colorado. There are a lot of experienced workers' compensation attorneys in Colorado, so when you're looking for an attorney, here are some things I'd recommend. First, make sure the attorney focuses on workers' compensation. It's probably okay if they do work in one other area like personal injury or Social Security, but workers' compensation requires a lot of an attorney's attention. There are regular changes in the law and the rules, and the attorney needs to be aware of those. The Industrial Claims Appeals Office, the Colorado Court of Appeals, and the Colorado Supreme Court issue decisions on a regular basis that change or clarify workers' compensation law in Colorado. An attorney needs to be aware of those changes, and that can be hard if workers' compensation is only a small part of that lawyer's practice. In addition, the attorney needs to chase after late workers' compensation checks, get medical treatment authorized, and do other things that take a lot of time, and even with the good staff, that can be difficult. If the attorney has a website that says he does a long list of areas of the law, that might be an indication that they're too busy to do an effective job on a workers' compensation case. Some people call that a door practice, meaning the attorney will work on anything that walks in the door. It's kind of like a one-man band. The guy can play all of the instruments, but he doesn't play any of them very well. So make sure the attorney focuses on workers' compensation. There's always an exception to this, but that's certainly something you should consider. Check to see if the attorney is a member of the WCEA. That's the Workers' Compensation Education Association. It's an organization of claimants' attorneys that focuses on the rights of injured workers. They propose changes of the law and also lobby on behalf of injured workers. If an attorney is a member of the WCEA, then workers' compensation is probably a substantial part of his practice. Also, the WCEA network of attorneys help each other with questions about law and case strategy. This is an invaluable resource for an attorney and give him a real advantage in a case. Make sure your attorney is a member of the WCEA. Another source to look at is the attorney referral list kept by the Division of Workers' Compensation. They keep a list of attorneys who regularly represent injured workers, and it also shows their location and if they speak other languages. The attorneys on this list are approved by the Workers' Compensation section of the Colorado Bar Association. Now, this is not an endorsement, but it does mean that the attorney has met some minimal standards. One of the best ways to find a good workers' compensation attorney is through the recommendation of another attorney. They generally know who does a good job and who is respected in the community. If you have an attorney from another matter, or if you know attorneys, you can ask them for a referral. You may want to get a couple of recommendations and interview both attorneys. Now, when you meet with a prospective attorney, you should talk to him and not his paralegal. Make sure you feel comfortable with the attorney and that you feel confident that he or she can help you. If you have questions about this or any other workers' compensation issue, please call me at 303-785-2828. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have and provide a free consultation.